Getting everything set up for this live. Once some people get in here. Oh, all right. We got a couple people. Okay. Rich, what's the deal? Unique, what's the deal? Franklin, yeah, Franklin, what's up, bro? Better late than never, though, right, y'all? I know I'm about 6 minutes late, but this time it wasn't YouTube's fault. It was my fault. I actually was on some last minute stuff, so. But better late than never. Better late than never. I am here. Is we sounding good, y'all? I know I gotta ask that now. Is we sounding okay? How's the audio? Let me see if I can pull it up here. Is the audio the hell? Is the audio okay, y'all? Loud and clear. Thank you. Y'all hear me? Okay. Um, for those of you who don't know, we went live last night. It was a hell of a live. I appreciate y'all, the ones that was there for last night's live. And if you hear it again, then that means you is a trooper. You a real one. You the bomb. You the shit. You decent. All the above. But I will say this live is not gonna go as long as last night's live, y'all, because I've been doing some ripping and running. Actually, I haven't been doing no ripping and running. I just been active today. I didn't have to work or nothing today. So I ain't gonna act like I've been all busy, busy, busy. But I have been moving around a lot. So I mean, if we could get an hour, maybe two, and that's a stretch, but definitely at least an hour. I think last night's live went almost 3 hours. That will not happen tonight. You know what? I ain't gonna say never is not. I can't say never. You know, um, but unless this joint just go crazy, then we could chop it up. I mean, don't get it messed up. Your boy is very spontaneous, so I'm sitting here acting like it ain't gonna be, but it's gonna be at least an hour, maybe two, just because I do got to get some rest. I haven't laid down all day. I've been taking care of business. But how y'all doing? I know it's a holiday. Happy Memorial Day to any veterans, Army, Navy, any type of military. Happy Memorial Day to y'all. And to those who haven't been in the military, just happy Memorial Day. My Memorial Day was spent chilling. I had the day off, so I took advantage of that. Anybody do anything special today? Any barbecues? Any family gatherings, social events? Anything going on, y'all? Let's see who up in here. Um, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm unprepared. Sorry about that. Let me just get things squared away. And the topic is the the state of dating in modern time. The state of dating in 2026. I think we all know that that could be a touchy, not touchy, but a trendy topic. And it's one of those for men and women that is very subjective. Because believe it or not, there is some people that say dating is still the same. Here's what I'm gonna say, y'all, and we're gonna dive right into it on this one. Me personally, I don't believe dating is a thing anymore. I don't believe dating in 2026 is a thing. Now, hear me out on this one, y'all. Hear me out. I'm not saying it's impossible to date, but man, we gotta keep it a buck. For men and women, it's a catch-22. It's one of them things where you damned if you do, damned if you don't. I haven't dated in probably about 5 years. I haven't been on a date and I don't even know if that was that. Yeah, I guess you could call that a date. But like just traditional dating, man, it's been a long time for your boy. And we gotta keep it a buck. And I ain't just gonna say this for guys, but I gotta keep it real. Is borderline. I ain't gonna put it like marriage because that would be crazy for me to say dating and marriage is like the same thing as far as the guy being behind the eight ball. I believe marriage is way more severe of a risk for men being put behind. Some men, because there is some great marriages out here, but dating and marriage is almost on the same level, somewhat, because what's the benefit for the guy? What's the benefit for the guy if we being real? And I'm sorry, I gotta move this camera over a little bit. I'm all types of not ready. All right, there we go. Can somebody tell me? Can a guy that's in the comment section right now that's currently dating tell me what's the benefit? Because I ain't gonna lie, I don't got all the answers. This is me spitballing here. I don't know. I'm guessing that dating is not a thing now, but I haven't dated, so I really don't know. I'm just going by logic and the things I hear, right? And logic tells me that a lot of people aren't dating. Move that over. I think that's better. That's a better angle, right? Um, I don't believe dating is like really beneficial to men all that much because we hear the stories, right? Man, she ghosted me. Man, I took her here and she was so unappreciative of what I did and what I brought to the table and I me showing her a good time. Um or whatever the case may be. So on and so forth. Because there's several things that has been told to me over the years and a lot of it has to do with the woman not being appreciative. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm going right for the jugular, y'all, because I told y'all this live ain't gonna be long. It's gonna be long, but not long to the point where I can sit here and talk for 20 minutes straight without looking at y'all comments or without jumping right into the meat and potatoes. This is why I tell guys stuff like, if you're gonna date, do you, because we all are our own men and we all know what's good for us and what we want. But all that fine dining and I'm gonna show you I'm the best man you ever had, and nobody else gonna do it like you never had a date like this. That shit should be over. Now, I ain't gonna say dating should be over, but I'm gonna say all that show putting your best foot forward. That stuff when it comes monetary wise, impression wise, it should be over. Because here's the thing. I think I speak for most men when I say this. When men is doing that type of stuff, they doing that for a purpose. I don't believe men is just doing. I wouldn't know. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I wouldn't know about fine dining when it comes to a first date because I've never done that. Like I've taken young ladies out over the years, but it was always something modest. It wasn't Taco Bell or nothing. I say that tongue in cheek, but it was like a nice little bar, a pub, a little dining restaurant, hell, a diner, things of that nature. I'm not taking no chick to no place where you gotta wear shoes and a tie. It ain't worth all that. It ain't worth it because here's the thing. Not saying the young lady isn't worth it because I obviously must be endearing to her in some way for me to even take them out. So I'm not gonna say they not worth it at all. Here's the thing: we getting to know each other. You feel me? That's what a date is supposed to be. I know it sound old fashioned and it sound kind of corny or whatever. But that's really what a date is. And you talking to a guy that's not expecting no yams on the first date. Now, have I gotten yams on first dates or whatever you want to call it, first date? Yeah. And if yams is put up on a pedestal for me on the first date, will I take it within reason? Probably yeah. But I never look forward to that. So I never look like, oh, I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying? So, because I know that's a lot of claim to fame for women. Well, you be expecting something. You try and take a chick to a diner, but you probably want some. No, obviously, if it's put up to me, I'm going to probably take it more than likely, unless something crazy happened for me to, you know, renege on, a woman wanting to have, a sexual encounter. If I'm just being real, you know, but I'm not looking to get nobody in the bed on no first day, on no first date. If I'm being logical, so that's usually what women's comeback is. A lot of women comeback is, well, don't you want something? Now, to the guys that's doing all this to get yams, do you? If whatever's working for you, because I heard that before too. Some guys put their best foot forward on these dates because that helps them get pussy, and more power to you. I mean, I would never be like, oh, you corny for that. I mean, you obviously a trick, and that's fine, you know. But me personally, I never understood the whole showing a woman a good time. I mean, no, that came out crazy. I'm all for showing a woman a good time. I'm talking about where you spending, I don't know, $100 a plate, $100 plus a plate, crazy amount for valet parking, roses, all this extra stuff. Because it's like, for what? This is not 1981 anymore. It's not. And a lot of these women is not appreciative of what a lot of these guys, because I would never know, but the guys that do that type stuff, they're not appreciative of that. They're not. If anything, you know what? I ain't gonna go there because I do want to save some stuff. I'm kind of letting everything out. Let me get to y'all comments. What y'all think of this topic though? What is dating in 2026? I would like to know. And it's actually really a question, um, because I don't know. I'm not out here. I'm not dating. I'm not looking to date. I'm not. You know what I mean? So it's actually really a question. I know some of you guys are currently dating. Some, very few of you. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all, we already know. A lot of your average guy ain't even checking for a lot of these chicks. But there's some guys out here that are going on dates and stuff. And your boy would like to know. You know, I'm out of the loop on that one. I know what I hear, but mm, I don't really know. So, uh, what we got? What we got, y'all? Appreciate all y'all for being in here. Can y'all please hit the like button? I be seeing 30 people in here and I be seeing 9 likes. Y'all know I don't ask for a lot, but can we at least hit the like button? Even if you're not going to stay, hit it on your way out. It's going to help the live. It's going to help get stuff pushed. Appreciate it. Anthony in the building. House tour. All right. Nitty. Um, who is this? What's your type of woman? I'm sorry. We'll get to that. What's my type of woman? That's a good question, and I'll get to that. I just want to shout out everybody that's in here real quick. Quick question: are you a female? If you're a male, it's fine. It's not like it's a suspect question to ask. I just would like to know because I can't tell by your handle what you are. So that way, I can respond the right way. But uh, not a cigarette. Yes, bro, a cigarette. I know, a fucking cigarette. I know. Early grave for me, y'all. Early grave. Uh, I'm the best on YouTube. I appreciate that, bro. Um, I appreciate that. You know what? I'm gonna add something to that. I don't think I'm the best on YouTube. Actually, I know I'm not the best on YouTube, but I will say I'm the realest on YouTube. I'll take that. But for you to think that I'm the best, I appreciate. Is that Randall? I appreciate you, Randall. I really do. Uh we're gonna skip that one. I had two ladies. Sister two. Really? Yo, my man Xmas said he had two ladies that insisted bring their dog on a date. So this was two separate dates, like two different times. Cause that's I mean, if it happened once, it's like, damn, somewhat believable. Not saying you lying, but I'm saying like it's somewhat believable. But for two different, totally different women to do that is kind of crazy, you know. But I won't put nothing past nobody nowadays. I got a story for y'all too when it come to dating, a quick story. But I'm gonna get to that question that was asked. Um, I forgot who asked the question. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? I don't even think I'm seeing all the comments here. There's no way this is all the comments. That's what I'm saying. My this phone I'm using it lags, y'all. So bear with me. I'm on my one device recording, then I'm using my other device to try to read y'all because it's a little easier for me. But bear with me. Brandon in the building, what's up? Do you think I'm tripping if I unmatch with a female and take more than 3 days to apply on these dating apps? These dating apps, man. I was thinking about doing a sociological experiment just to see. I obviously know what dating apps are. We all been on dating apps. We got to keep it real about that. I actually met great people on dating apps, good people, I'm gonna say, and it's a thing. But from what I hear, these dating apps is trash. I am going to do a sociological experiment. Get on there and just to see what's the because I know what was going on in dating apps in like 2020, 2021. Those times. I don't know, like I hear stuff, but I want to see it for myself. But to answer your question, bro, I ain't want to go past your question. You asked, unmatched a female. Yeah, hell yeah. If it's on a dating app, depending on how the dating app work, I don't know what y'all be on or whatever. If a chick match with you, right, and maybe you sent her a message and she sent one back. I'm not sure how your situation went, and you responded and 3 days go by, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would go to the lengths of matching her, but I want to be paying her no mind. Obviously, them dating apps, these women get, let me tell y'all something from what I know about dating apps. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Twos and threes be getting 100 messages. I say that subjectively. Twos and threes, women that an average guy would give a two or a three to, they getting all types. So what you think these women on dating apps here is gassed up like? It's like Instagram times 30. Because not saying because all these guys like them, because your average guy likes everybody without even looking. We gotta keep it above. Your average guy likes hearts or whatever you call it, every chick. Because it ain't easy for your average guy to get matches. Hell, it ain't easy for upper tier guys to get matches. It's just the nature of the beast. We all know that. But what happens is you match with a chick and you think y'all vibing, and what happens is she got so many other messages. Unbeknownst to her, she might forget about you, meaning like not even intentionally. It's just this guy now, this guy now. Oh, this guy said this. And she forgot about you and y'all could have had some real chemistry. But she's a whole three. Not saying the chick you talk about is a three, but your average chick, they get a bunch of messages. And what women don't realize, the few women that's on here, let me tell y'all something. Y'all get matches on dating apps off of it, don't be off of merit. I'm not saying y'all trash or nothing, but just know the dating app culture, unless something changed, it's been about 5 years for me. Guys match anybody. You can look like fucking Cletus, a female version of Cletus or something from Nutty Professor, and the guy's gonna hurt you. So don't use that as validation. Definitely don't use that. I'd rather you use Instagram messages as validation than dating apps. Oh, I got 100 guys that like me. No, There's 100 guys that actually just said, "Oh, let me just hit heart real quick." That's how dating apps work. Unless something changed, like I said, hey, fellas, I've been out of the game. Y'all let me know. Guys do not be looking at these chicks' profiles. Now, when a guy's just sitting back, your average guy, if he just sitting back and he got time to kill and he really on there, then he might X a couple chicks that's really like bad looking. Like if he just on the actual, if he want to read people profile, then he be doing that. But guys don't be doing that. Guys be hearting everything, don't we, fellas? Like it can't be just me. Fuck out of here. Y'all not gonna leave me in the dust on this one. It's like no, but no, y'all know what I mean. Like when it comes to that, just hearting chicks. Now, if you reading, it be some distasteful things that make you exit chick. You be like, oh, she one of those, or I'm Xing her out. Even if she is a 7 and up. It's like, I ain't got time for it. I know what it is. But if you just actually, what they call it, speed dating or speed apping, what date apping or whatever, guys is hurting every chick. Shit. So, shit. But to pretty much put it in a nutshell, y'all, I hope y'all ain't hear that. Guys be guys be just liking anything, and the chick what it be is the chicks be caught up in so many different men. I'm not taking up for it. I'm just saying the dating app culture. There's so many guys that saying hello and good morning and all that old dumb shit. Like not saying it's dumb, but y'all know what I mean. That it's one of them Jones. Now, I gotta get to I gotta get to two things, y'all. Two things. And I know I'm a little all over the place, and I'm sorry. I'm a little discombobulated today. Y'all, I had a long day. I had a long day. We'll get to that too soon. Um, somebody, I don't know if it was a male or female, asked what type of women do I like. And obviously that is one of them things that is very personal, but it ain't personal to the point where um I can't elaborate on it. For all y'all that been following me for a while, y'all know I like good behaving women. Now that goes without saying. I think most guys do. When it comes to a certain type, as far as looks, I do not discriminate. But I would be lying if I said I mess with all types of ethnic groups and all that. I don't discriminate against race, creed, whatever your lineage is, whatever you from. I don't. But I will say this: I'm more in tune with African American women. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm fully transparent on that. That's usually my go-to. As far as personality traits, um, I say I'm a blast from the past. I'm different, y'all. I'm one of them type guys that hell, I watch 80s sitcoms for Christ's sakes. I don't know what new Netflix stuff. People gotta put me on to the new stuff. I mean, I'm very much so a blast from the past. And I say that to say I like somewhat of a Renaissance woman, a traditional woman. I really do. Not saying these is all like deal things that a woman have to be, but this, the question was what type of women I like. But overall, on the whole, because I could be 20 minutes talking what type of women I like good women. This is why I shame bad women because I don't just sit here and talk all this good stuff and I'm dealing with a piece of shit or I'm catering to a distasteful, at least beknownst to me. Now, people pull wool over eyes. I'm not bulletproof. A woman could be playing me right now. Like I could be dealing with a woman that's really a piece of shit, but in my presence, she carried a certain way. That's any of us. But to keep it a buck, I don't go for nonsense when it comes to the opposite sex. If I put you in my realm, I expect you to carry a certain way. And believe it or not, it ain't asking for a lot when it comes to me because I don't make women bend over backwards and stuff. I just expect a certain um a certain not even criteria, just a certain ghost in a person. Because I just like good people, overall, and I know nobody's gonna be perfect, but that's what I like. Just good, solid human beings when it comes to the opposite sex. I don't like fucked up people, I don't like people that's that don't have your best interests at heart, or that don't have a good bone in their body. I can't. And I'm not saying that to be holy or to make it seem like I'm something special. I'm not. But I know what I like. I can't see me dealing with somebody that's like on some shit. I have dealt with those people before. I've had like all the women I had over the years wasn't good people. They wasn't. That's why they exes. I don't fuck with people that's like on some like getting over um very narcissistic when you known to be a narcissist. I think we all got like ways to us, including yours truly. But when you known for that, where people stay away from you because of that, I would never put myself around a woman like that. This is why I say the things I say so defiantly, because I'm really against that type of jazz. I'm against that, you know. So I mean, I hope that answer your question, unless you was looking for something more specific. I don't know if you mean like type of women as far as looks or what, but just overall good people. And I'm not even all hung up on looks, fellas. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I say all this stuff because I'm really about it. I'll deal with a six. I'll fuck with a six if her heart is pure as gold. I would. You know what I mean? Now five is that's where it's cutting it at, and I'm saying subjectively a five because you know I'm just speaking of formalities here, because what my five is might be an eight to another guy. But I'm saying like I'm not out here on the search for dimes and nines, and that's fine. And I'm currently and done dealt with some of the most top. What guys would say, "Damn, she this, she that, oh she." It's fine, but I'm not saying I don't like nice looking women, but it ain't all about that with a guy like me. If I'm being real, it ain't. I know your average guy on YouTube going to say I only deal with tens and nines. That's fine. That is very untrue, more than likely. But that's fine for them to say that. Some guys like to toot their own horn and act like I only deal with this, and they be like 45 years old. It's like, bro, when you gonna get that mentality out? And this is why you single. This is why you never got nobody, or this is why because you out looking for this and that, and the chick gotta have a BBL and all this old bullshit. Young bulls talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Young bulls talk like that. Grown men that already had this and had that, it's cool to get, but it ain't the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the end all be all. Now, I told you I had a quick story for y'all. I'm gonna see if I missed out on any comments because we talking about the dating thing. We are talking about the dating thing, and I got a story for y'all. Associate, acquaintance of mine, and when I heard this, fellas, like y'all gonna get a kick out of this one. When I heard this one, I was like, wait, because maybe it's me, but I'm like, bro, no, you couldn't have did that. I got an acquaintance, right? I did similar to you, bro. Take trips to the bar. Yeah. Spend no more than who this? Uh damn bro. Hero. I can't see your the beginning of your name. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's real rap. There's nothing wrong with that. And some chicks will look at that as a slight. What's a slight about spending 60? Matter of fact, what's the slight of whatever the man spent? None of that shit should matter. What the guy spent don't mean nothing. But here's the thing that women go to when they hear about that spent shit. It's not showing effort. That's some shit that they made up on Instagram. That's some shit they made up on TikTok. Amongst in unison, because that's all they say. They don't say, well, the fact that you're not spending like they don't say nothing else. They all say it shows a lack of effort. Big Listen, I told y'all go work on my profanity. But chick, what effort do I owe you? That's like me saying, that's like a guy saying, you owe me pussy. Because we going on a date. We going on a date, so you owe me pussy. That would be ludicrous. That would be ludicrous. And women know it would be ludicrous. So what? And really, it ain't even on the same level because if I'm being real, when two people like each other, if they going to decide to have sex, it is what it is. So I can't even put that on the same level as money. Money is its own entity that man and woman work hard for. That don't mean he gotta spend it on her. And that don't mean no woman gotta spend her money on him. We just met. We're dating. I'm getting it. I'm trying to figure out if I like you. That's what but what they got together on TikTok and all agreed in unison to seem like, all right, next time guys say, what do the money gotta do with it? We all gonna say it's show lack of effort. All right, girls. That's what happened. They all got in a group chat on TikTok or Instagram. It's giving very lackluster effort. This is what these hoes say. And I'm not even dating and I know that. I'm not even dating and I know that. It's corny. It's like, how is it showing lack of effort just because I took you to a bar and grill? Because you didn't have to make reservations. There's no dress code. Bitch, what do I owe you a reservation? How do I owe you that how do I owe you the um the fact whether I called ahead and got us a table for two? Like that don't mean. This is why I tell y'all that women are very delusional, and women are very ambivalent because they very confused. They don't know what to do. They like it's wild, bro. It's wild, and this is why I say to guys, don't entertain women that talk like that. You in the world for trouble. Don't put it like this. I'll break it down for y'all real clear. And let's say you guys going on dates. Do you have y'all fun, man? I'm not telling guys not to date. More than likely, it's gonna crash and burn. But that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say don't date. Here's the thing: if y'all out here dating these women in 2026, if she say anything about is giving cheat, is not showing effort, um, is giving very broke, any line of that nature, don't rationalize with her. Don't haggle with her. Don't say, well, I'm doing this. Don't even say because, like, even though I admit this is the reason, but don't say I'm just meeting you and all that. She don't even deserve that. She deserve hanging up on if it's through phone or if it's through text, just don't respond and block her. Because you if she's talking like that and only been knowing you for 6 days, imagine how she's gonna talk to you knowing you for a month. Seriously, bro. Imagine how she's gonna talk to you after you get the pussy. She really gonna think you owe her something. You don't want to put yourself around a chick that has that in the top of her head. I'm telling y'all what I know. And I'm like I said, I'm not dating. I just know the mind. I'm not no doctor or no physician or nothing. I'm just saying, I know the mind. If a woman has the balls to fix her lips, put her two lips together, and say it's giving broke when you say, I'm taking you to a bar and grill, after I've been knowing you for 4 days, I'm taking you to a bar and grill, or I'm taking you to a diner. If she got some balls to do other shit. I'm just telling you, bro. I'm telling y'all. Save yourself the headache. Now, even if she just don't want to, well, if she don't want to go, then it's over anyway. Anything of the sort, anything on that ledger, fellas. Because what I hate to see and hear is good men or just solid men in general. All right, they might think on the ledger of something righteous, and they be explaining themselves to chicks, and they do get the chick to understand it, right? Somewhat in that moment, and then they like, or they take her to that diner, and she go for it, all that, or and the next thing you know, she ghosts you because it's like, all right, I might as well. Because here's the thing: any attention is good attention to a woman. Anywhere out is good out. She'll turn that bar and grill to the biggest turn up, like secretly, because she'll still like do her little shit, and it's like, all right, I'm outside, and it's all for the Instagram shit, and now I can just go to him. All right, he only spent $60 on me, but I could go to him. Now I'm not saying that's the end of the world, because you dodged the bullet. Okay, you only spent $60 or whatever, and she left you alone. Cool. But I wouldn't even. I just wouldn't entertain a chick. If I shouldn't have to say that to a chick. You shouldn't have to say it's my money, all this stuff. It should be, whoa, you on that type time? Yeah. Just goes her. Just goes her. I'm telling y'all, fellas, you're gonna save yourself a headache. Because the most you're gonna get is some pussy, and then it's gonna be like a headache after that. It's gonna be a headache. She's dumb. Like that chick don't have no type of logic. She's a headache. She's not even worth taking to a pub. She's worth like just saying, yo, can we hook up? I gotta keep it a buck. I gotta keep it a buck, y'all. Because if she go fix her lips to say that bullshit to somebody, she like something ain't right with her, y'all. Something ain't right. Keeping it real. Um, but yeah, bro. Hero, yeah, you're a real one for that. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, just take him somewhere regular. Real women understand. Real women gonna do that because they like. First of all, this is his money. He don't even know me like that. Hell, women that's with you for years would go to a pub. This ain't something that over time. Now, don't get me wrong. When a chick show you her worth and she show that she real, there's nothing wrong with whining and dining that chick when she's your actual girl and she's showing. But even women that you've been with for years, you can take to a pub. It don't mean because some guys got it misconstrued. They be like, all right, once you with it for a while, everything is like spectacular. If you on that spectacular realm and you just move like that, cool. But don't be thinking just because she a girl now all of a sudden you have to take her this place. If you don't feel like it, don't take her. Just be like, yo, we going to somewhere regular. Like this ain't nobody's birthday or this ain't Valentine's Day and all that type shit. Unique agrees. She said that's very true. It is. Like, come on. We gotta keep it a buck. Like, I be on some real shit. I'ma keep it a buck. I don't be trying to act like, overly whatever. I do my shit though. I ain't gonna act like I'm perfect. It's things that I like to splurge on, but that's more like hobby type stuff, like where we all got our own vices where we do stuff and we kind of push the envelope a little bit. But other than that, it don't be that deep because who was we impressing at the end of the day? Our hero also said he met some chicks on dating apps. A lot of them are real. Oh, a lot of them are real. They just picky. Okay. See, you giving me insight on that. Now, yeah, you can meet some down to earth women on anywhere, dating app, wherever. The picky part is just like the new trend with women. These women believe that they just believe that they supposed to get this and that. Like they supposed to they it's I can listen. I can speak till I'm blue in the face about these women with these overly like they have this entitlement about them. And it's like it ain't getting them nowhere. That's why they on dating apps. They on dating apps for a reason. Where we at, y'all? I'm gonna get to the story in a second. God bless swipe what? Swipe? Okay. Where we at? Where we at? Uh who was well, to keep it a buck, bro, social media apps are dating apps now. Instagram is a big ass dating app. And TikTok a dating app too. I don't care what nobody says. It ain't a dating app as much as Instagram, but Instagram is a dating app. It's a dating app now. It is. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not casting no shadows, but people like to say certain stuff is just social media. It is not. People is linking up on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook for that matter. People been hooking up on Facebook though. Silent now. I want to know who's single. Silent. Nine. Any lady single in here, or is that a lady? I'm not sure. I'm just talking shit, y'all. I swear I'm not starting no trouble. Live from New York. What's up, bro? Jay Netty in the building. Where we at with it? Let me see where we at. It's snowing in New York. What part of New York? What part of you in upstate New York or something? I know it ain't snowing in New York City. I don't think it's snowing in upstate New York, but I'm just asking. Because that'd be crazy. I know the weather been crazy, but that would be crazy for it to be snowing in May in New York. What part of New York, bro? Nathaniel? Um, that's a tricky one, Warren. Warren pretty much asks during dating if a woman passes up on you and one see it depends. Like give me more context. He pretty much asked if a woman passes up on you. I don't know if you mean while you dating her or like I'm trying to figure out like how we doing it here. But he asks if she passes up on you and want to explore other options, can that same woman circle back to you later after other options are no good? It depends, bro. It depends on the context and how, like, that's like an open ended, not open ended. It ain't an open ended question. I just need more because it depends, different scenarios. Guys spin the block all the time. Women definitely spin the block all the time. So if we talk about like a spin the block thing, I guess it's all fair and game. If we talking about she met you like on the dating app, didn't like you, and then came back, I guess. I'm trying. Nate, let me know. Like, give me more context. I mean, is that Nate? No, that's Warren, right? Yeah, that was Warren. Warren, give me more context on that one, bro. Jay Nettie answered it for him. Warren, she can, but you better treat. Yeah, well, treat her accordingly. Well, yeah. Like, once a woman, let me tell y'all something. This is me talking. There's no growing on a woman. I don't care what they say. There's growing on a woman attention wise. Like, put it like this. This is the growing on a woman that is something. Let's say a chick works at a place and you work at a place. Y'all work at the same place, obviously. And you see this chick every day. You say good morning to you. She give you a dry good morning back. But you know you're going to see her tomorrow. You keep saying good morning. And you saying it with interest. You gonna grow on her just off of merit because she used to see you. She used to getting those good mornings, and she liked the validation and the attention. But all that, like, oh, I didn't like him at first. Like, a girl meets you on some regular shit, and she ain't like you at first. Then all of a sudden, she like you. No, she like you because her options dried up, or she going through whatever. There's no growing on a woman. If a woman don't want you from day one, I'm not saying you can't deal with her sexually or just friendly, but don't make her the end all be all. You got like uh, uh, Jay Nettie said, treat her accordingly. Treat her a certain way. I ain't saying treat her mean, but hold her to feed her with a long spoon. Because you know this chick didn't really rock out with you from day one. And that's just a fact. There's no growing on a woman when it comes to love and all that. The only growing on a woman really is a chick will get used to your existence. And you, because she, like I gave the working scenario, when women work with men that they know like them, those men grow on them because they got to see him every day. And it's like they used to him flirting and all. And I ain't telling y'all to be flirting with chicks at your job, and I'm just saying, just in general. That's the only scenario where men grow on women. If a chick meets you and don't want you that day, ain't no one. She could come back as much as she want, but it's only because it's not from a desire. It's from like, oh well, I know he liked me, so let me see what's up with him, type of thing. And you can entertain it, but like Jay Nettie said, like do it accordingly. Don't put all your eggs in her basket because she don't like you like that. And the next best guy that come up, you definitely gonna be on the back burner. A chick gotta like you organically from the rip. She don't gotta be all on your dick, but she gotta like you. Like that's my rule of thumb with any woman, whether it's 2026 or 1984. I'm not dealing with no chick that don't. I'm not treating a chick like all high and mighty if you didn't like me from day one. Period. Like they be talking all that a guy can grow on stuff, but they say that because it sounds good. Subconsciously, deep down, there is no growing on. There's just tolerating your existence. Like, all right, he do like me. Let me see what he doing. Might as well. Such and such wouldn't have me, so I settled for Paul. That's a real thing. That's a real thing, yo. So I wouldn't put my all in that type of chick. I wouldn't. Yeah, bro. That's what. Yeah, y'all giving him some good. Damn, 11 different meds. ADHD, bipolar. She also fakes 304. Yeah, man. There's a lot of chicks on these on medications and shit like that, man. But that's a wild one. Damn, she got a little bit of everything. Long Island. You saying it's not snowing? It's 70 degrees. All right, Jay. Now you got a question. Mary. All right, that's a good question. Jay Nettie said, if you're married and you're sending flirty DMs to a celebrity, does is that considered cheating? Um, that's a good question. I would say yes, but it's a mild level of cheating. Let me tell y'all something. Flirting is a form of cheating, whether it's on the internet or in person. It is a form of cheating. Now, if you just in a relationship with a woman, and I'm just guessing woman, just go for woman or man. If you just in a relationship with a man or a woman, and they send in stuff to a celebrity, the days of yesteryear, a lot of people say that's not because it's like, what's the chance you gonna meet? Nowadays, man, people got access to these celebrities, and celebrities is going for what they know. If y'all know what I mean, if the woman or the man is whatever enough, so we can't say you don't have access because you got access, obviously, with the DMs, social media, and people getting flown out and all types of stuff. Women is lying about girl trips when they really getting flown out by celebrities and all types of stuff. That's a rare case, but it does happen. So here's what I'm gonna say to that, bro. If you just in a relationship with the person, it's cheating, but it's not the end all be all. But marriage is a different entity. If you married, then it's like no nonsense for men and women. I'm not just saying for men, women too. You can't be doing that funny stuff. We married. We're married. Like all that stuff is like no, not like we those days though. You should have got out of your system. If you still wanted to flirt, you should have never said I do. I really believe in that. You know, I know that's not like the popular answer, but if y'all just in a regular relationship, it would be a checking going on. Like, yo, I don't want you in no more celebrity balls DMs or whatever. You can say whatever. But if you married, that's almost like borderline like disrespectful. I don't know if it's like worth getting a divorce for, but it's like, damn, it's more distasteful when you marry. When you marry to the person. I mean, keep it a buck. You would consider it cheating. 100%. Yeah, it's like Unique said, if you're married, yes. Yeah, I tend to agree with that sentiment. Like, no, because it's like, why are you even entertaining that garbage? You feel me? I will say this about flirting: all women flirt, There's levels, obviously, but all these women flirt in some type of way. They flirting with their coworkers. They flirting with their neighbors. They flirting with their associates. These women flirt. So if flirting is really going to get your stuff, like get you off your realm, you probably don't want to be with nobody. I'm not saying flirting is right by women or men. I'm just saying if flirting is like the end all be all, you probably want to be single because all these women flirt, and I don't think it's right. I think women that flirt is they not whores, but they just something, Because I know a lot of women that flirt, but that don't. They might not do nothing, but they flirts. They might blame it on their zodiac sign and shit like that. And there's a bunch of garbage, but it never been the end all be all for me because I know all women flirt. I find it somewhat distasteful, but I know all women flirt. I know because here's the thing that we gotta realize with women. Women say they don't. They probably not don't like the most attention or the most validation, but all women like attention to a certain degree and validation. They do. So that's where flirting comes in. That's where flirting comes in. It goes hand in hand. So they might sit around act like they don't flirt, but they really do, but it can't be the end all be all. And if it is, you should be single. Because I don't know one woman that don't flirt. I know some women. See, here's the thing: women don't flirt with certain men because they don't find certain men attractive. But you get the right guy to flirt with them on a regular basis, and they feel as though they can trust that guy, they gonna flirt back. Like if they gotta be attracted to the guy, and it gotta be a good flirt or whatever. It's weird. Cause I done seen women that don't flirt with certain guys, but here's the thing: it'd be like she don't like that guy. That's why she not flirting with him. So miss me with the C. She ain't flirt with him because she find that guy hideous. That's why. If it was a guy that she found attractive, she would flirt back. She would let that guy say whatever he wants to her, and that's just the nature of the beast. We gotta realize that because I hear that a lot too. My girl don't flirt. I be like, nigga, you tripping. You're tripping. And flirting ain't like the end all be all. I don't think flirting is enough to break up with a woman if it's just flirting. But when men be like, my woman ain't the flirt type, she's not overly flirty, but she has some flirt in her. The right guy say the right thing to her, she gonna giggle and she gonna give him a comeback that's so crazy. You're gonna be like, I don't believe she said that to him. The women flirt with certain men. It gotta be the right, whatever, the right guy and all that. They flirt. Trust me, I see it behind the scenes. Like I see it, and it done happened to me in my life. Women I don't think is flirts. They be saying all types of shit. You be like, what? Oh, you into that? Like you into that little tit for tat shit? Okay. But at the end of the day, it's just words. There's no action. So I would never like tell men to dismiss women for flirting, a little harmful flirting, because it's not. It's harmless. I meant to say not harmful. It's harmless. But what else? Even though that shit could go to other places, we just oh, I'm catching up with y'all stuff. Can you tell us the experience that hurt you the most? Experience that hurt me the most? Like with a woman? Oh man, I would have to think about that. I would have to think about that. I'm gonna get back to you. Um, Flirting is a promiscuous trait. That's why I said it's not. It's not harmless. Flirting is something that should be checked, but it shouldn't be an end all be all. If you see flirting with no action, now if you see an habitual flirting, then that's what's. But if you hear, oh, she was flirting with this, or it's just one. It depends on the context it happened. But I don't think I ever like gave a chick her walking papers for flirting. I don't think I ever did that. If I found out, or whatever. That's not really my style because I'm not really that. It's not saying it's cool, but it don't move me enough because I know all women do it, and I'm not saying it's right because it is a promiscuous trait. The same women that say they don't flirt that really do have some promiscuity to them. Because they look at it as, oh, it's just words and nothing ever going to happen. But only certain women would take it to that. It's like it shouldn't be that. You know what I'm saying? But what do I know? Yeah, just because a woman attractive, I see beautiful women every day that I don't flirt with. I'm not really a flirt type. I'm not. I'm gonna keep it a buck. A lot of guys don't have that flirt in them. Guys is just say what they say. They gonna do what they do. But some men is big flirts more than others. Me personally, I never really been into the whole flirting thing like that. I ain't gonna say I never flirted, but I never been into that all like that. I'm trying to think, bro. Something a woman did to me that hurted me. Well, you said the most. Um, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Most of the stuff that happened with me that actually hurt me was in my younger years when I didn't understand women. Like when I was younger, um, I had chicks I was dealing with, and I thought they was regular, and they turned out to be I ain't gonna come real force, but promiscuous or been around a little bit or something like that. But this is all like teenage stuff. I'm gonna keep it a buck, or maybe even early 20s. I give it that. I haven't really. I mean, obviously, I've had failed relationships. Um, I'm not with my kid's mother, so that was a failed relationship, even though we got time and but it was never nothing that she did that was like hurtful, like where it hurted me to the core. It was like more disappointments or misunderstandings, or if you give the woman sound instructions and she don't follow suit fully with it, like she might hear you out right there in time and then reach down the road back to the same bullshit. Stuff like that. Never like really no like underhanded, like conniving, backstabbing stuff. I've seen stuff like in my time in other relationships and stories that guys come back and women come back to me with, and I hear stuff. So when you live a life and you rub elbows with certain people, you tend to hear things and see things. And when you like a laid back personality like myself, and people confide in you, they'll tell you some heavy shit. You're not known to be a shit talker or a beef starter or an instigator. People will confide in you because they feel as though they can trust you with certain shit. And that's where I get most of my game from and most of my scenarios from. Because people tell me stories. Now, I've heard stories that is crazy over the years. I've heard some stuff. And I'm not saying no woman ever hurt me like before, but not nothing to the core. Like we all been, I believe I've been cheated on before. Um, I believe I've been lied to by women. No, I know. I believe I have. Like I'm tripping with that one. I have been lied to by women. Have I ever been stolen from? I don't believe so. Not nothing crazy. Have I ever been set up? No. Like it ain't really nothing to me, and I'm not trying to paint myself to be like pristine because I've been through a ringer. Like I said, I was with my kid's mom for a long time, and if we not together, I obviously had failed relation. That was a big failed relationship. We got two great kids out of it, but that was a failure. You know what I mean, I'm not with her, and even women before her and after her or whatever. I've had my fair share of relationships that didn't quite work. You know what I'm saying? But I can't remember a woman doing nothing to me that's sticking with me. Like it might come to me later on the line, but I can't think of nothing. Just the regular shit that women do. Masters of manipulation, liars, fabricators, all that type of stuff. I've been through that, but Not enough to say, yo, this one really stuck with me. Like this one I still think about till this day. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. But I'm gonna think of something before this live over. Y'all, we a little over an hour in. We're gonna keep it going. But that's a good topic. If y'all got any stories, share them, and we can elaborate, and we can all learn together because there's a crazy world out here. It does. Flirt leads to other stuff. That's why I said it's not harmless. It's not, but it's not to me. Just by the way I carry it, I'm not going to. I'm going to check a chick for flirting, but I'm not leaving no chick because I found out she flirting with another guy. I'm a checker, and I'm probably going to look at her a little more with a strategic eye. But I would be lying if I said, yo, that's it. You flirt like I mean I don't know. And don't get me wrong. Sometimes flirting is not just flirting. Flirting is shit that because something happened. So all flirting is not created equal. It depends on the context of the flirting. You got somebody sending your chick uh, dick emojis and all that. That's more than flirting. That means something happened. You know what I mean, I'm talking about little uh, ride shit, like little small shit. It's like, yo, I don't go for that, and you know I don't go for that. We ain't gonna be doing a whole bunch of that. It deserves a talking to and an understanding. That way, once you already told her and it happened again, then you can leave her the fuck alone. You know, I'm all about being very forthright and letting the woman know I don't go for this. So when they agree that that's, yeah, I mean, or even if they don't agree, who gives a fuck? But as long as you announced it, then when it happened again, there's nothing, there's no coming back. To me, flirting is not the grounds on dismissing a woman. If the context is very like mundane, if it's like little stuff that you see every day where niggas gonna say stuff and bitches say stuff, all right, yo, we ain't gonna be doing too much of that. But actually, we're not gonna be doing it at all. So don't let me like. And they sit there, okay, and all that. And then when it happened again, leave her the fuck alone. Because not only is she probably a 3 or 4, she don't respect you because you already checked it and told her you ain't with it. And which you shouldn't have to tell her you ain't with it. Women know men don't play all that. But I don't think it's the end all be all. That's just me. Y'all might be like, no, I don't want no chick. If I saw a chick flirt, I wouldn't call y'all fools or suckers for that. Me personally, just because of the way I carry it, it's not that much to me. So I don't look at flirting as like a big deal. But I get what y'all saying. It is a sign of promiscuity. It does lead to other stuff. It does. What baffles me is a lot of these women go out here saying they're not flirts, and I let them say what they want because I know what's real. I know that some women not as flirts as others, but for a woman to say she's not a flirt, I laugh. I laugh at stuff like that because me just being around all the women I've been around, I know they all are flirts. It's just levels to their flirtiness, and it's like with who? If she find a guy very attractive, she's going to flirt with him. Period. Period. That's how it goes. Now, if she's in line or in check enough with her dude, some women do kind of sway to the other lecture where they like, it ain't worth it because I don't need this getting back to my dude. He already checked me once. I believe in scenarios like that. But your average woman, she feel as though if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So this ain't, he ain't gonna find out. It's just a little, and that's how shit gets started. That's how shit gets started, y'all. But y'all know yeah, 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 definitely. Always honest, bro. I gotta keep it a buck. Gotta keep it a buck, man. The phone thing, we was just talking about that on was it a live or was it a video? It had to be we was just talking about that, I believe, on the video, bro, about the phone thing. The phone thing is tricky. It was a video because the boy sent me an email about the phone situation with his girl. I don't know if y'all saw that video, but I'll summarize it since we on that topic. Um, he was dealing with a girl. I forget for how long. No, 7 years. He was dealing with a chick for 7 years, and he never went into her phone. Right, and he went in her phone for the first time because she was showing signs. I ain't gonna say signs of being a 304 or nothing. She was just showing signs of being lackluster with him. And we all know, fellas, and women even know this. When the other person is being nonchalant, it ain't always mean it's another person, but that's a reason. When the person ain't giving you that same affection or that same kudos or attention or what have you, um, they thanks for that, bro. I appreciate the gift. Will, appreciate you, bro. Most definitely. Um, he went into her phone for the first time. Mind you, they got I forget how old the child was. It really don't matter, but they do have a child together, and they was living together. He said, "Bro, I'm not the type," and I ain't gonna lie. To give y'all a little background on me, I don't believe in that phone stuff either. And I could tell by the comment section, a lot of y'all not gonna agree with me with the phone thing. I don't do the phone thing with chicks. I mean, with my significant other, I don't. If I'm dealing with a chick, I'm not going through her phone. I'm sorry. Now, if she want me to look at her phone for something, I'm with that. Your average woman ain't never gonna say that, but okay. If she's asking me to go on her phone or do that's different. I just don't believe in it because I feel as though if you're going through a woman's phone, it's usually for a reason, and your reasons is usually right. So there's no reason. The only thing you should do is just leave the chick alone without being belligerent about it because you ain't really seen that, but you just know what you know. So the point of going in a woman's phone to me is like, I don't know. So that's just me, y'all. That's just me. Um, but he went on her phone, right? After 7 year relationship. They wasn't married. And he saw all types of videos, all types of text messages, all types of uh, pictures of distasteful stuff with his girl. So it's like that phone shit. Women are very women keep their phones near and dear. Every now and then a woman will leave her phone, but that's just to like kind of balance it. Because I hear that a lot. A lot of men be like, "Well, my girl leave my phone around me," and I'm not saying just because she leave it around you, it's always like that. But women, one thing about women, let me tell y'all something, and y'all probably already know this. Women are very, very smart when it comes to men. They not smart with a lot of other things, but when it comes to a man's mental and the things that they know men go for and men act and whatever, women are masters of manipulation. A woman will leave her phone around you just to bring some levity to it, just to say, "Well, I leave my phone around you all the time." You know what it be? It either be because she trusts you that much, or she know you're not gonna go in it, or just taking a chance. Women don't gamble with they shit. Like, I hope he don't do it, but I'm just trying to. Don't believe that shit. Now I'm not saying because you want me to leave your phone around, you should do it. So I'm just saying, don't use that as the template for my woman ain't doing that. Trust me, fellas. Trust me, I just know. This is things I know. Just because a woman leave her phone on the dresser next to you and go wherever, because like doing regular chores and stuff, don't mean she ain't got shit in that phone. It means one of those three things: either he's too busy to go on my phone, he's distracted with that, or I know he's not going to my phone, or I don't know either of the two, but I'm gonna take a chance on it. He got to do some scrolling to really find, you know what I mean? This is what women do. This is what they do. And men, like men got shit in their phones too. Like let's keep it real. Men be having all types of shit in their phone. But we talking to the women, and women swear they pulling the fast one on guys when they leave their phone sitting next to you. But that don't mean shit. It don't, fellas. I'm here to tell y'all it don't. Women be having all types of shit in that phone that's right next to you. So you just gotta go take things, go by the woman's actions and what she do. Go by her actions. Cause all that phone stuff, I know y'all not gonna agree with me. I don't believe in going through a woman's phone. I believe in leaving the bitch alone when you think you need to go through her phone. When she's showing little bullshit, I believe in having no nonsense and just saying fuck this. You feel me? That's what I believe in. That phone thing always been a no go for me. You feel me? Like it just had. I don't expect y'all to be in the same realm as me, but appreciate you, Will. 42 years old. Let me see if I can see it from here. Had a lot of sex in my lifetime. Don't really have the desire to flirt with women as much. I feel you. I was saying that a little earlier, bro. I've never been like a big flirt. Have I ever flirted before? Obviously. But I've never been big on that flirt stuff. It just never been my forte. It's not. But I do know a lot of men flirt. But I think women, well, no, I ain't gonna say that. I'll be lying. I'll be lying. But what y'all think about that phone thing, that phone topic? And what y'all think of the guy that he went on her phone for the first time? Is that Dante? Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Dante said, "What's up, 1D? Good to see you here. Chopping it up. What part of much love to you, bro. What part of North Carolina you in? I got folks down there. What part of what part of North Carolina you in? What y'all think of that phone stuff, man? Because it's crazy. That's what's getting a lot of people jammed up. This is what a lot of people getting jammed up on. And I'm not saying it's right to cheat or like be distasteful for men or women. I'm saying these relationships, these fake relationships, because I'm getting to that too. A lot of these relationships that people claim they in, they're not in. They're not. It's bullshit relationships. A lot of these guys is, you know what? I got a video on that. We're gonna touch on it, but I got a video on that, so I'm not gonna say too much. But the phone thing and social media is what's getting people all like messed up, relationship wise. It's a real joint. It really is. Near Winston Salem, okay. My folks is in. It's a small town, but my folks is near like Elizabeth City, North Carolina. It's like in northeast North Carolina over there. But oh yeah, I definitely know Winston Salem. That's what's up, man. I appreciate the super chat or the like. Um, phone shows how the phone show who they are in private. The phone show who they are, bro. Y'all. A woman can be one way on the outside. You go in that phone and see here again, and this is me like kind of preaching going women's phones when I'm against that. So it's like that's more of a me thing. Just because I somewhat respect people privacy. It ain't even that I'm worried about what you're doing with me. I don't want to see like I don't want to see like anything. You know, I'm not into poking in the privacy. It ain't even really a cheating thing with me. It's more of I just don't want to be in your phone. You know what I'm saying? But I know it's shit in there, whether it's left around or not. There's shit in there, motherfucker. But uh, Never check the phone just because I know if it's time to go. Yeah, that's respectable to say, Dante. Like it's like you're not going to go for like it ain't going to be no reconciling. Like I respect a man that say that too. It's like all right, I don't go on the phone because I know if I see such it's over type shit. So I'd rather see it in black and white, like without snooping. I'd rather just find out the organic way, even though a phone is pretty organic and it's right in front of you. But y'all know what I mean. It's like I'm not gonna go looking for it. If she's acting a certain way, then I'm not going on the phone either. I'm just leave her the fuck alone. Or if I see something with my own two eyeballs in front of me, some men move like that. They don't believe in that phone stuff. And but for the most part, men is going in women's phones, and women is damn sure going in men's phones. And that's another reason why I don't believe in that phone shit. Because I don't want no woman going in my phone. Not that it's nothing to hide, but it's like, damn, you don't trust me. Like you don't trust me, so you going to my phone. It seemed like I can't trust you with shit. I would look at you a little differently. That's some sneaky Snoopy shit. So that's another reason why I don't do the phone shit. There's a lot of reasons for it, fellas. There's a lot. Going with the bathroom with a phone could be a red flag. These women take their phones to the shower. They take their phones with them to the bathroom. They take their phones with them when they get out of the car to just to go grab one little thing. These women take their phones with them everywhere. Now, as I'm going to say, is an automatic red flag? No, it could be force of habit. It could be a lot of things, but more than likely, gotta keep it real. More than likely, it is a red flag. If a woman take her phone everywhere she goes, it's a red flag. But it goes and kind of defeat the purpose because I also said when a woman leave her phone around you, it don't mean she wholesome either. It's so y'all gotta understand. It's tricks to the trade. These women are thinking 10 steps ahead. When it comes to dealing with men, women are very savvy. They are very savvy. They might not be savvy in life or in logic, or with money. They are not. But when it comes to dealing with a man on a regular basis, and they get used to a man. They are very very savvy when it comes to how they move. They are thinking 10 steps ahead. They are. That's why I don't take like when women do stuff. I don't take it for face value. I take it, but I'll be like, all right. Can't no woman ever not say she can't pull wool over my eyes, but a woman can never really fully get over on me because it's not too much that I never would like say a woman ain't capable of. No woman, she could be the joy to my heart. And I don't give a fuck. You're capable of anything. You know what I'm saying? It's only because I know women so well. I know people well. Women do things. Like I told y'all the other joint, it's levels to the distastefulness. I would never say she would never do that to me. I would never say that. And I suggest you men don't. And you might have a rider, you might have a chick that love you to death. But to sit there and be like she would never, I would never. I would never say that about any woman. Any. I've seen too much, fellas. I've heard too much. Telling you. Women be having shit with them, and they could love you to death. They could be your rider and all that old bullshit. That's fine. But women act on emotion, and they act on the right now. What do I feel right now? And if it's going to come out distasteful or come off as distasteful, so be it. But this is what I feel now. This is what I feel now. And that is true. That is all women. That is all women. Like, it is what it is. It's just how you deal with it, fellas. It's how you deal with it and how you somewhat maneuver with these women. How you are with them. Some men can't move in that way where it's like, man, fuck this shit. It don't matter. Some men are, and I'm not saying this to be smart. Some men are as emotional as women, where every little thing gets to them, or this is like the end all be all. I don't believe it, and that's fine because I know we all different. I'm telling y'all, me personally, there's nothing a woman that a woman can do to me that's going to make me like. break down because I know all the like shit happens. And I'm not taking up for it. I would dismiss that woman very quickly. But I'm just saying it would never be like, oh my God, like no. Hell no. She can smile and grin at you all she want. That shit don't mean nothing. Women and men and people in general have shit with them to the point where you just gotta know, all right, this shit could go left, however, wherever, whenever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't trust women at all. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, don't be so blindsided to the BS. Because when I tell you they masters of manipulation, they are masters of they know how to work men. They know how to work men's minds. They know how to work men's trust. They know how to work men's pockets. They know how to women know how to do stuff with men. I gotta give them that much credit. I'm not saying it in a good way. I'm just keeping it about. The longer they with you, the more they know how to do things. So they think. But we just gotta know it. We just gotta know it. Where we at on here? Privacy and secrecy they are two different things. Yeah, definitely two different things. Jesus, um, okay, you raise a good question, bro. Um, Northside, Northside Yanks. You raise a great point. I know some men that think if you got like a laid back attitude and don't be on her as much, she'll like you more, or is a bunch. She'll like you more. Pretty much is a bunch of crap. He know men that that were like that and got cheated on, and they didn't expect it. Facts. Here's what I say to that: don't act no way. Be yourself. Be yourself first and foremost. Don't put on no act. Don't put on no fake persona, no fake bravado. Don't do that with these women. First of all, they can see through it. Second of all, you never want to be something that you're not. Whatever you are, as long as it's not a simp, by all means, be that. Be who you are. If you a lover, not a fighter, be that. If you like to give your woman extra attention, be that. Here's what I would tell man. Here's what I would tell men when it comes to that. I will say this: men that do the less get the most. I'm gonna just leave it as that. Whatever, man. The man that does the less get the most. The less you do, the more you get. Your average woman ain't. Your average woman. These guys that's out here doing this and doing that for women. Guess what? They're not all simps. They just carry like that. And I'm not saying don't do nothing for your girl. I'm not saying that. But when you overcompensating for whatever with women, you're in a losing situation. You're in a losing situation because men that don't do all that get the most kudos, get the most pussy, get the most gifts, get the most everything. With your average woman. Now, there's a very small percentage of women that's so different from that, they won't understand what I'm saying. Men that, uh, who's that? You don't think it's true? All right, elaborate. I'm telling you from my experience, men that do the less get the most. Do men that do less get cheated on? Like any man could get cheated on. Any man could get cheated on. So don't give me the, well, if you do less, she's just going to find the guy that, no, no. Any man could get cheated on. Just like any woman could get cheated on. What I'm saying is these guys out here that's doing the most get the least. They get the least. It is fact. And the reason why I'm somewhat hesitant with this, because I'm actually in the middle of freshening up a video on that very topic. And y'all know me, I don't like to be too redundant. So I don't want to give a lot of pointers away. But the fact of the matter is, men that do more get less. For the most part. Is there casualties in that where women aren't like that at all? Yes. Overall, most of these guys that are getting the most ain't doing a whole lot. They're not. They are not. They're not doing a whole lot. I don't know how else to simplify that. I want Igloo Fire to elaborate on why you don't think it's true, and I'm cool with you not thinking it's true. This is why I say this is why I bring up topics. I say things that's somewhat controversial, not on purpose because these are my real thoughts. Because I know everybody not going to agree. So you say not true don't make me look at you no way. I just want to hear different points of view. That's what these lives is for, yo. You don't gotta agree, but I do want you to elaborate on why you said it's not true because I believe it's very true. But I want to know. Um, Most of the time, you hit it right on. Yo, this is crazy. Who's that? Is that Dante? Hold on. Shit. Because most of the time, these men that are getting these women by using the most of the time, the woman didn't even really like you. She didn't even like you. Or even if she did like you, she liked what you could do for her more. So when that go away, when that money dries up, that pussy dries up. Because she could like your looks, your swag, whatever. But when you always doing like this, she's gonna like this more than she like you. And that go for good women, average women, quiet women, humble women, slut women, 304 women. This go for women. Period. If you force feed her, when all she see is you doing this, she could like you, but then it's going to turn into I like him, but I like him for what he does for me, and that's all they see. And then they feel as though not taking up for it, but they feel as though you're overcompensating. You're pretty much buying her. Now she's looking at you with a slight, whether she's attracted to you or not. Everything is money with you. Everything is this with you. You gotta buy my time. You're not even doing it organically. It ain't your charisma. It ain't your ghost. It ain't your character. It's what's in your bank account. So women select you on that end. I'm telling you. You know, I never believed in buying a woman. And like I said, I'm saying too much because, like I said, y'all, I got a video coming real soon on that very topic. So I don't want to, y'all hear this, and by the time that video come out, y'all gonna be like, oh, I already know what he gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know some of y'all watch my videos religiously, no matter what the title is, or no matter if y'all already know how I'm gonna go about it. I'm just saying certain things I like to keep, somewhat unsaid until that time comes. But that's just my belief. Like I said, hey, I could be wrong. And I'm not saying, I want to get this clear. I'm not saying don't do nothing for your girl or for women. That's not what this is. I'm just keeping it a buck. Most of the guys that do the most gets the less. They get the less. They do. All that I give her the world stuff. Are you giving the world? And she giving another man a buck 50. She giving another man her world. Because women deep down obviously like nice things and they like being treated and wine and dine, but they don't look at that as a like something to covet. Like it's like, all right, no, women like guys that just can be themselves, and not saying you're not being yourself, but they like character and it's like, don't get me wrong, they love money and they love like I'm not trying to make these women seem holier than. I'm just saying what they really like is who they like. Like whoever won them over with looks and charm and character and charisma. That's the guy that's going to trump anybody that can dig in their pocket and say, "All right, can I come see you now?" It's like, all right, yeah, obviously, because I want that bread, but I don't really bang with, I don't fuck with you like that. Everything you do is about, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And that's just, and like I said, it ain't like that in all cases, but it's like that in a lot. D might say most cases. Um, 42-year-old. Okay, put it out there. Put it out there. They all running game, bro. It's a game with all these women. What up, bro? What's up, man? Ty Holmes, you say you going to remain single forever? Why you say that? Elaborate. Ty, I see you a lot in the comment section, and I appreciate you watching my videos. But a lot of your stuff be repetitive, bro. So I want you to elaborate because you say that a lot that you're gonna stay single forever. Share with us why you feel that way. I'm sure there's a lot of reasons. Hell, there's a lot of guys in this chat right now that feel as though they want to stay single. So I'm not singling you out, but I would like for you to elaborate and let us know what's the reasons. What's the reasons for that, bro? Um, I agree, Northside. I agree. Yeah, a woman that like you ain't gonna make you do a whole lot of stuff, but you obviously gotta show her what you about, what you working with, what your potential is, things of that nature. I agree. I agree. That's actually a key to finding out if a woman really rock with you. If she making you do all this extra stuff, she don't really like you like that, and it's self-explanatory. I hate when I, I be hearing men saying stuff like you gotta like do all this stuff for women. You don't. And they think that's just like a pimp mentality. I'm not no pimp. The guys that be agreeing with me ain't pimps. My homies not pimps. They all agree on that too. It's not a pimp mentality. It's just real. You shouldn't have to do a whole bunch for no woman. You shouldn't. Like fuck that shit. You should do things for your woman, and whatever the case may be. But you shouldn't be having to do all that shit, man. Bitches like who they like, bro. Like, and I know I'm making that black and white, but they like what they like. If they like you, there's not a whole bunch you're gonna have to do. There's not. Fuck that. I really believe that. And the reason why I get like that, because I get sick and tired of hearing that narrative that you gotta do this. No, you don't. You don't have to do that. For some women, you have to, and those are the women that get left to the side. Once you find out that I need you to do this, all right, I'm cool off of you. I'm cool off you. It's that simple. I'm good. Like, cause I know deep down, you there's somebody out there that don't have to do all this. Like I was telling y'all last night, women need to keep it a buck and stop saying every when I go here and I go here, when if a guy want to be with me, he gotta do this and that. No, just say some guys gotta do that. I wouldn't accept it or like give him kudos. Well, I would give him kudos. I wouldn't like take it all in for face value, but I would somewhat respect it because it's like, okay, the girl is saying she got pics. So if she's attracted to you on a certain level, you don't have to do this. But if she's not attracted to you on a certain level, you have to do this. If women kept it real on that, then I'd be like, all right, cool. But what women is doing is they say all men, and I know full fledged that all men don't have to do this. Do the things that they say. All men don't have to take them to a 5-star restaurant. All men don't have to pay their bills. All men don't have to fund their children. All men don't have to fix everything in their house. No, they don't. No, they don't. Some guys got to. If I don't like you enough, if I'm not attracted to you enough, you gotta do. That's what's true. As fucked up as it sounds, I'm not saying they right for this, but I'm just saying if they at least said that, then I would give them more. I'd give them more of the benefit of the doubt. Well, women is going on saying I only do this. Well, if it was that deep, I wouldn't see nobody in Denny's. I should have seen no couples in Denny's. I should have seen no couples in TGI Fridays. I should have seen no couples in Cheesecake Factory. None of this. And these ain't all couples that been together for 10 years. Fuck out of here. These bitches be meeting guys 2 days ago and letting them take them to the Cheesecake Factory. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. Y'all heard me. I would take a bitch to Friendlies if I wanted to. So I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. I'm saying women act like they not. So why is it couples in these places? Why is that's just the women that don't care? No, this be girls that also say that. This be women that also go on Instagram and be like, I only go here. And she just left Denny's. She just left there with some bull that she really like. That's why I need men. Not saying you guys personally. This is what I want men to start getting through their heads. This is why men shouldn't be taking these bitches to all these fancy places because they only expecting that from certain men. You the guy that she expecting from. She don't like you, bro. She don't like you. All right, even if you get some pussy, because she gonna give you pity pussy, or she gonna feel obligated, or it's like I'm gonna get pussy now because I want to go to a nice restaurant again. That's why you getting pussy. If it's just about pussy, why don't you just give her $40 and go get a cheap room and fuck her? If it's that deep, because niggas be saying it's for like like I was talking to a coworker of mine. He a little he not a young bull, but he young compared to me. He in his early 30s, and we was kind of talking about this topic when I was like, I don't he was like, man, sometimes you gotta bite the bullet when it comes to women. I'm like, man, that's that young mentality. Then I'm like, wait a minute, ain't you like 30 something, early 30s? He was like, yeah. I'm like, you actually a little too old to be thinking like that. That's usually like a guy in his early 20s to think like that. Because he was like, certain things you gotta chalk. It's just for the gram, it's for the vibe, it's for the night. At least you're gonna wind up knocking them off eventually. Bro, if it's like that, if it's just about knocking them off, give her $40 and go get a room. Now, obviously, I'm saying it like it's that easy, but be on that mentality. Be on that mentality instead of saying, all right, I'm gonna call for this reservation. You doing all this footwork for a prostitute, bro. You doing all this extra bullshit. Yeah, party of two. Yeah. All right, so I gotta wear tap dancer shoes and slacks. All right, that's your dress code. All right, how much is valet parking? $50, no problem. Um, what is the decor and all? You doing all this extra shit for a fucking prostitute? Because the way he was talking was like, this is what it's for. You know, you gonna wind up getting the draws. And don't get me wrong, you probably is more than likely. I ain't gonna say like without a shadow of a doubt. Because bitches get winding down and still flee your ass. I heard them stories too. You can show one. We used to talk about that earlier in this video, earlier in this live. Women will let you be a gentleman, hold every door for her, give her chocolate cards and candy, take her to a restaurant where it's $175 a plate, appetizer, hors d'oeuvre, and dessert. And all right, good seeing you. Real rap. That's happening. So miss me with the all right, but even if you is going to wind up getting picked, because I'm gonna say yeah. Why do all that, bro? Why do all that? No, fuck out of here, bitch. All right, look here. If you just about on that trick and stuff, do it that way. That way you're not really putting no effort. All you're doing is calling days in to see if they got any. Y'all got any vacancies? That's the most footwork you doing. You calling Rare Roof and ask them, do they have any rooms left? Which one would you rather do? I would rather call days in and be on the phone for 15 seconds and hear yes or no to the rooms available. That's what I want. I want to call and be like, yeah, okay, Friday at 7 sharp, and gratuity is already added into the bill, and this and that. No, fuck out of here. I'm cut to the chase. And y'all know me. I'm not even on that trick and shit. But if it was just about the panties, as some young men like to say, it's just about the pussy. You gonna get the pussy. That's why I'm like, man, listen. And like I said, he was in his early 30s. He wasn't even really a young bull like that. He was just young to me. Because guys in their early 30s are young bulls. Guys in their early 20s is young bulls. Early, I say up to mid 20s, you consider your young bulls. Once you hit your late 20s, you should be been around the block a little bit to know how to move a little better. All that. No, I'm not doing all that. I wouldn't do all that if I was in that type of joint. I'm gonna do the bare minimum if it's just about sex. And I ain't even gonna do the $40 thing. I'll do the room thing. I will get the room and I get her something to eat and something to drink. And I'm fucking. Not saying I'm the shit. I'm just saying that would be my mentality. If I was in that room where it's like, man, I want to be on my man, I need to get some yams or whatever. Or next chick I meet, if she on that little bullshit, I'm not gonna do the money part, but I'll be like, yo, you wanna get this little room real quick? I mean, or whatever. Or take her back to the crib, or she take you to her crib. And I'll be like, yo, I get you something to eat and something to drink. And she probably gonna be like, oh, all right. Or she gonna say no, and it's like, all right, fuck it. Next, literally next, because it's too many out here. If you really was on your purpose like that, and you just trying to get laid, somebody gonna bite the bullet. Somebody gonna be like, oh, all right, yeah, hell yeah, I ain't been out the house in a while. Where we going? Oh, this little bar real quick. Have a couple drinks. You hungry? I get you a little platter or something. I get you a platter real quick, and we can shoot the shit, bust it up, and we can go back to the room. And voila, there you have it. You don't have to put all that footwork in. It ain't even about the money. It's just about the extra. Like who doing all that? Not for no prostitute. Because any woman, let me tell y'all something. I said this before, y'all. Any woman that's like leading with that, she a prostitute. She not an official prostitute where she stand on the street corner, but she a prostitute. That's all. And miss me with the women like money stuff because we all like money. That's not a good enough reason to say, well, she doing that because she about her money. No, she about her prostitution too. Because if she talking all that money shit, she a prostitute, bro. She has a prostitute mentality. I'm gonna say, put it like that. I thought I saw Ty in here. Where Ty? Oh, there you go. All right. So where we at? Yo, bro. Vicente, what's up, bro? What's up, man? Appreciate you. Yeah, don't be the bull that she called when she hungry and stuff. Yo, like it's simp behavior, yo. And some guys be like, all right, but at least I'm a smash and all that. Who cares? You know how many bitches you can fuck without doing all that? Like, leave her alone. If she doing anything if you gotta do anything that's against your like code of ethics, you're doing too much. Now, if you just used to that, that just means you a simp. That's cool. You just a simp and just be a simp. But if you feel as though, like, hold up, I'm doing things that I usually don't do. More than likely, you are doing things you doing too much. That means stop it quick. Cut that chick off. She got you on some bullshit. Like fuck that. I ain't doing it. Calling you because she hungry and all that old fly shit, or she got a problem. She wants you to solve it. move accordingly. We're shit, yeah, pretty much can't grab move accordingly. Treat them how they supposed to be treated. Yo, there's so many women being fine, dined, and wine, and they not used to anything. They used to a platter for real, for real. They used to a platter, but you got her at Roof Chris for what? I don't care what her Instagram feed said. She'll take a platter though. My man King Rare dropping jewels, man. Some men got it like that, others don't. And I admit, every man don't have the wherewithal to move a certain way, but I'm just giving a little small blueprint to how to at least attempt to move. I get that every man don't carry it a certain way, and that's fine. I'm not belittling nobody. I'm not casting no shadows on nobody. I get it. We all come in different shapes, different sizes, different mindsets, and different backgrounds. Some men ain't been through the same things that King Rare or Northside Yanks or me or whoever been through. We all different. But for the most part, we all got logic, I thought. Use that. Yo, I feel like a sucker doing this. If you feel like a sucker, you probably is a sucker. If you doing something for a woman that's making you feel like a sucker, you probably is doing some sucker shit. You is. Like, fuck that. There's nothing wrong with doing for a woman on the surface. But if you doing all this extra shit, no. No, she would take far less. She would. Let her like the boy. Like the guy. She don't want shit from that nigga. She don't want a motherfucking thing. And that's facts. I just gotta be real about that. Alright, man. Shit, hold up. No, a lot of things is changing because of the economy. All those expensive dinners and shit like that, that stuff about to come to an end. Shit, the ones that's doing it on their own dime too. Excuse me, y'all. The ones that's doing it on their own dime, you're not gonna see a bunch of Instagram joints. But then again, I can't say that because women are crazy with their money. They will be backed up on their rent for months just to go to Roof Chris. It's fucking crazy some of the things these women do. Some of these women go on trips knowing they're about to get evicted from their house. So I don't know. I can't. I'm not acting like I'm the best with money either, but certain things is priority. I mean, I don't care how modest it is. I'm gonna keep a roof over my head. I'm gonna make sure I got on clean clothes. I'm gonna make sure certain things, make sure my kids cool. Some women, not all, don't think that way, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. It's all about them being happy. They put their happiness before everything, and when I say everything, I mean everything. So it's like they'll still be in fancy restaurants. They might not have no home to go home to when they get back, but oh, they gonna take that trip because about the moment. I don't think these women are going. Oh, we talked about that. It's a free for all nowadays. Facts. At this point, if you're not getting it for free, it shouldn't be at all. Shouldn't have to be doing a whole bunch of backflips and tricks and dinners and taking women on flights and stuff to get no punani. You shouldn't. That type of stuff is crazy to me. Cause don't get me wrong, fellas. I know that women be saying stuff like that. What's up, Will? William. What's up, bro? Um, I get that women come like that. A lot of women say stuff like that, and some of them really do mean it. I get it, but it's then up to you to leave the woman alone when she talk that bullshit. She shouldn't be nobody you know anymore. When she sit there and say, "Well, I'm used to trips and all," she can say that. But she say, "Well, like, I want to go on a trip and all that." Just leave her alone. You just met her. She shouldn't even be talking like that to you. She's obviously fucking nonsensical and crazy. There's no, you know what? She cute enough. I'm gonna see if I can swing this trip thing. She said she would at least pay. She said she would pay for something modest. She said she would pay for her ticket going. I just got to make sure she get back and pay for the room and pay for all expenses. Bullshit, bro. Bullshit. Because that's another way they try to get you. They'll say something like, "I'll pay for this," like trying to show that they putting up something like that makes it even now. No, I don't care what you. I don't care if we gonna have. I'm not going on no trip if I want to, if I don't want to, if it wasn't in the books. And I'm not taking no chick I just met on no trip. I just met you. You lucky if you get a fucking date. Like, no. It's a red flag anyway. Women that go, like, a lot of these traveling women are like prostitute type Jones. Too, y'all. Like, women that talk about trips a lot is usually like promiscuous women that get around. Listen, I don't care what nobody say. It's just the thing. Just because you travel don't make you a whore. It's the mentality of the travel. See, people try to make it seem like, oh, so just because a woman like to go on a flight, it makes her a whore. No, it ain't that simple. It's the mentality that is like the one ending thing for you. Usually, if your mind is on that realm, well, for whatever reason, promiscuity promiscuity goes hand in hand with that. It does. Now, a woman that like to travel, but modestly, she'll go somewhere here and there, maybe once a year, not even that, once every 2 years or whatever. That's just somebody that's wanting to do something new. I'm not saying because a woman want to go somewhere, she a whore. But women that talk about traveling a lot and lead with that, or when you ask her what's her hobbies, and the first thing she say is I like to travel, I am telling you, fellas, I swear to you, every woman that I know that talk like that is a promiscuous woman. That's how bad. I'm telling you. Nope. Every woman I know that talk like that is not just not like a whore, full blown 304. She's been around, meaning she done fucked guys. And she likes attention at a high level. Every woman I know that talk like that is that. So there you go. And I'm not saying my life is the end all be all just because in my life, all the women I know is like that. It's not a coincidence no more. It's not a coincidence at this point in my eyes. See, I always been good at math. So when 1 plus 1 is together, I always come out with 2. I don't say, well, hold up, wait, think about it. It ain't nothing to think about. Every woman I know that talks about traveling all day, every day, is a woman that been around. She might not be the whorest of whores, but she been around, she been here, she did this and did that. That is fact. That is not hyperbole. This is not me exaggerating. So, because I say this with so much defiance, because these are the women y'all gonna be running into, and women like to use that as a decent thing. They use it as a flex, like I'm decent, I'm well rounded. First of all, ain't nothing cute or decent about a seasoned woman. We know that. A woman that been around is not desired. So they play themselves with that. They play themselves by making them so well traveled and oh I did that. Oh I did this. Oh I already know about that place. Any man I know that's worth his grain of salt is going to not say he's going to shun this woman or leave her alone, but in the back of his mind he's already going to project of what okay. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing attractive about a seasoned woman, a woman that been around. It's not. Damn, baby, leave something to the imagination. Leave some to the imagination. Experience never looks good on a woman. They don't understand that. They don't understand it. They don't understand that experience. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying women should be doing all this to get you. I'm not saying that. Be yourself. If you well rounded, you just well rounded. But don't use it as a flex and think your average man that know some things is going to say, I want her more. I like her more now because she been to New Mexico. She had her passport for 6 whole years. She's a catch. Women use this stuff as I'm a good woman, I'm a great woman, I'm a catch, and they fail to realize only guys that don't know no better hold them on the pedestal. Guys that been around is like, all right, but she is cute. All right, I'm gonna knock her off, and they scratch their heads and they wonder why that bull that seemed like such a great guy ghosted me because you talk too fucking much, because you showed me that you have your experience. Experience look good on men for whatever reason. Women like a well seasoned man. Men do not like well seasoned women. No guy I know really likes that. No regular guy like a seasoned woman. He don't like a girl that been everywhere and she know every part of town and she been in every part of Philly. No guy likes that. They like, all right, I'ma still go. I'ma still try to fuck her, but hell no, I ain't. No. She just been around a little too much. Even if that's her only flaw, guys will put women in category just for that. Be like, nah, she too well rounded. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm getting at is, uh, I mean, I went off the cuss, and I know I ain't read y'all Jones in the last few minutes, but that's what it is. You know, women use the wrong things as flexes, and they wonder why they've been single for 7 years. They wonder why because they watch Instagram and reality shows too much, and they think that's the way to be. And your average guy, especially now, there's still some fools out here, but your average guy know what to look for and know like this ain't it. She might be cool and she might be fun to be around for recreational purposes only, but I wouldn't take her serious. She not modest enough. She not. She's not, she's too well rounded. There's a such thing as too well rounded. But they won't get that. They'll say, wait, don't it show that I've been places? Don't it show I'm experienced? Bitch, you using the wrong word. Experience and women don't go together. Men ain't looking for no experienced woman. If it's like that, he would go find a 53-year-old head that been around the block. That's why men, it's not my cup of tea, but this is why men like younger women. Because they not all that experience. And we ain't even just talking about sexually. We just talking about she ain't done a whole lot yet. Men chase women that ain't done it all yet. Women chase men that been there and done that. It's different. They think we them. So they like, well, if we like men that been with a bunch of women, and we like men that got their passports and been all over the world, they probably like women like that. No, we don't. It's the opposite. It's the very opposite. And you know, for the life of me, I don't understand why women don't understand that. But you know what I think it is, y'all? I think women do understand, but they can't help themselves because they want to be that big thing. So it's like I can't make myself. Well, no, I ain't even gonna lie. Let me take that back because I would want women to keep it a buck. I want women to try to make themselves modest. Be modest if you modest, but for them to not understand that, I think it's more of the fact that they like that's too humble of a way to be. I want to be the shit. So I'm going to say I've been here and did this, even if I didn't. I'm gonna say that because it sounds better, and they setting themselves up because even if the guy sit there and smile at you, he's still putting you in a category. As you, the more you talk and say, "I did that already. I did that already. I did that already," he is sitting there smiling and saying, "Oh, that's what's up. Damn, for real." He not impressed. In his mind, he's saying, "All right, cool. I already know where to put her. She's over here in the not maybes, not I'm a C. She's in the no, only recreational use only category. That's it. She can. There's no future for me in this shit. Like to keep it a buck, the guys I know. Now, some guys might find that endearing. I don't know too many guys that like a woman that did everything and been everywhere. What? Oh, you did a little too much. Why is you single? That's another thing. It's a red flag for you've been all these places and you've been to all these countries and you here on the date with me. Why ain't why ain't none of the guys? What the other guys ain't see that I'm supposed to see? Not saying she been with a lot of guys, but when you well traveled and been around, you obviously had opportunity. You wasn't no homebody, so you had opportunity to meet men and probably met men. What am I supposed to see that all these other guys that you had opportunity to see didn't see in you? So that's another reason why it sets women back because you're not no homebody. You out here. You shouldn't even be single. You shouldn't be available to be cool. Make sense, fellas? Though is that making sense? I don't know. It's like some women like is single off of merit because they not out here. They not in places. So it's like I get why you say, you know. But the women that claim the fame is they in every club and every this and every airport and every destination and every trip and every cruise. It's like you ain't meet your catch yet. Ain't nobody grip you up yet. You leading with that and it's making you look less desirable because it's like, what am I supposed to see that all the other potential guys didn't see? You know? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Who is that? Can I say John for us, OJ? Oh, can I John like oh y'all like that word? Yeah. I ain't know what you meant by that. Oh shit. Okay. That's my man uh Zaytoven. What's up, bro? What's the deal? Yep, a lot of them gonna end up broke and homeless. A whole lot. We definitely passed the 2 hour mark, y'all. We still gonna keep going. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm just catching up on some of y'all comments in the chat. All right, Northside said, "What do you think these women are doing on their travels? Some of them doing distasteful things, but I ain't even gonna hold you, Northside. Like I said earlier, I don't know if you missed it. It ain't even the fact that they like that they traveling because if I'm keeping it a buck, just because she traveled, it don't always mean she doing something distasteful on said trip. Now, women are doing a lot of distasteful things on trips, but it ain't even about that. It's the mentality more when women like to lead with that stuff, is what I'm saying. Women that talk that travel stuff are usually promiscuous. It's something about it that goes with it for whatever reason. I don't know. I just like at first I'm like, all right, coincidence, coincidence, coincidence. And then like as I went on in my life, I'm like, this can't keep being a coincidence. Women that like to travel are promiscuous. They just at this point I accept it. I'm like, they are. They lead with that stuff. The first thing that comes in your head is traveling. It's one of them weird. It's weird Now to what to your fact of what you saying, yeah, stuff happening on trips. Like women are getting flown out. Women are going on girls' trips and doing God knows what. Women are going on trips that they claim they're going on trips with women, but they going on a trip with a guy, some random guy that they decided to fly with and do stuff with. All that distasteful stuff is happening, but it ain't even that matter of fact. It's just the fact that women that use trips as a hobby or a way of life, or that's they lead and thing, they lead and goal in life. Those type of women usually, I'm gonna say 9 out of 10 women that act like that. So that is majority is of the promiscuous type. She not might not be a whore full blown, will bust it open for any time they can hear it. She might not be on that level, but she is a promiscuous being. That is fact. That is fact. I'm talking about every woman Island came across, not even on an intimate level. I'm talking about friends, family, associates, acquaintances, co-workers. Every woman that I've heard, I've found out that the person is, or just looking at their past or looking how they move, is of the promiscuous sort. She's not of the modest sort. She's not of the laid back sort. She's not of the to herself sort. She is not a homebody at all. She is of the out there ratchet, willing to do whatever sort. And I don't care if the woman is married. I don't care if she used to be married. I don't care if she was in a relationship for double digit year. I don't care about none of them things that they try to use. Well, if I was so promiscuous, why did I was with this person? It don't matter. Women that talk like that and lead with that is usually that type. And I just wanna I'm trying to save you guys. I'm trying to save you guys from not knowing, and we just gotta keep it real. When women lead with that, when they let's use dating apps. We was just talking about that. If you on a dating app with a woman tonight, when we get off this live and you go on the dating app or whatever, I'm not making fun of it. There's nothing wrong with dating. I'm just keeping it a buck. And you connect with a woman, she like you like her, and you ask her her hobbies. If she say traveling, I guarantee 9 times out of 10 that woman is of the promiscuous sort. I'm keeping it a buck. Keeping it a buck. I'm sorry. And she just be like, I like to travel. And depending on the cadence, like, I mean, it's more of a thing. You would really get a solid, definite answer in person. Not in person, but over the phone, or you hear, like, you got to hear them say it. Like, it's one of them things that goes with the cadence and the inflection of their voice. If that's how and they real, like, whatever about it, just know. Just know. I'm not saying stop talking to her. I'm not saying exit stage. I'm just saying kind of know. All right, yeah, kind of a red flag for me. But let's see where this goes. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not steering you guys wrong because I haven't met one. I haven't met a woman that loves to travel. I mean, that uses that travel in an endearing way, but she's a modest being. She's very humble to the core. I haven't met one. I haven't met one. She's very much so with a turn up. She's very much so willing to deal with multiple men at a time. This is fact. That's all I'm saying. She might not be a full blown prostitute. She just a prostitute a little bit. She just only a little bit of a prostitute. Yo. She not a full blown prostitute. She only just a little bit of a prostitute. That's all. That's all. No harm, no foul. Y'all cracking up, yo. I be serious though, man. I be serious. Oh, King Rare. King Rare. Fully healed. Yeah, she healed, all right. That pussy is healed. Women that be using that heal stuff, yeah. She ready now. She ready to settle down now. A seasoned ass woman. Don't no man want no seasoned shit. I don't see how they don't know that though. It's like at this point I gotta believe they know it. They just don't care. Like it's like I'm gonna just say my little shit. Cause these be women that be really looking for like men, but they so seasoned. It's like how you expect to get a guy being so seasoned? Fuck your age. Your age is one thing. Your mentality is seasoned. You seasoned. You're not gonna meet like you might meet a guy, but you're not gonna meet your guy. You're not gonna meet the guy you really want. The guy you really want gonna know what you is and be like, nah, bitch, you been around too much. Fuck out of here. What you think I am? You're around the way ass. Like, no, I ain't like no, you know a little too much. Ain't nothing wrong with knowing a few things because we all lived a life and we all been around. But these women be they be veterans out this motherfucker. They be vets. They be full blown veterans. Facts. Women are dating for survival and a lifestyle now. That's true. That is true. Most definitely. Yeah, I believe that they dating men for retirement plans. Once they get once they done getting used and abused and all that, they look to settle for a guy, certain type of guy, working guy, good guy, whatever. They be wanting a retirement plan. They be wanting that. It's wild. But I tell y'all this: women don't like good men. So you take that as you may. I'm not telling you men to be bad men, but they don't like good men. They only like good men when their time is up, when it's over for them. And even then, they don't like good men. So a lot of you guys gotta stop being overly good. I'm not gonna say be good, not be stop being good, because I think you should always be a good person. But they don't like good men. Women don't like good men. They just don't. We gotta keep it above. You should never take a seasoned woman seriously. Hell to the no. Hell no. J JL JR said, what about women overseas? You talk about like passport bros? Hey, that works for some men. I never indulged in it. But I got guys close to me that that have done it and it worked for them. I'm not totally against it. I just it ain't me, so you know, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I barely like flying, for real, for real. I barely enjoy flying like that. So for me to go overseas for a chick or whatever, not saying I never would do it, but more than likely I probably won't. But to each his own. You know what's over here in the West. Western women is a whole different animal. Maybe women overseas is, I heard stories where, obviously they treat men on some different shit because they used to a different type of life. A lot of them is a money thing. Not saying they just straight tricking, but they feel as though that man can provide a little bit or whatever. They obviously more submissive over there because of their upbringing. The upbringing is instilled in that type of deal. You feel me? So they're going to submit. They just are, and it ain't going to be a fake submit like women in America do. Women in America submit because they think they're about to lose you, or they submit because they want some money, or they submit because they want to switch it up, or they don't want to make you mad. They're not really submissive. Women over here are fake submissive. Some women are really submissive. I'm gonna say it's about 2% of women over here that's real. No, that's too low. I'm gonna say it's about 4% of women over here that's actually really submissive. The other women that are sometimes submissive, they submissive for circumstance. They submissive because you might beat them the fuck up and they like it, or there's role play, or they get their rocks. There's weird reasons. They're not really submissive because they know it's the right thing. You know, so that's that fake submission. So this woman that you talking about, King Rare, um, says she a coworker. After 3 dates, or within 2 or 3 weeks, she's convinced that they are in a serious relationship. Wow, that's a husky joint. I mean, everybody got their own criteria, but that's pretty. That's pretty. I mean, um, yeah, black man is being treated better overseas. Women. He said women over here is dating. Um, uh, they dating for help. Yeah, they are, and some of it is loneliness and all other things. They want to feel like a woman. They want to be put in their feminine energy and all that old dumb shit. It's a bunch of BS. Y'all know what I say. It's all for circumstance. It ain't for like real reasoning. It's wild. It's wild out this joint, man. Real rat. But y'all, we about to hit the 2.5 hour mark soon. So yeah, I'm gonna be wrapping it up soon. I wish I could chat with y'all more. I might. Let me see. I just don't want my battery to die. I don't want my battery to die. So I'm gonna have to wrap it up soon. Not now, but soon. Yeah, you young. Shit. For you young men actually got it worse than men of age. Believe it or not. You would think the men of older age like myself and some others here would be in a worse predicament, but the young guys actually got it the worst. Because see, they cultivating these young women, and the young women are in a prime and definitely getting real validation and real eyes and got real options. So it's harder for you guys. You know, the women of our age got fake options. They just got guys that want to fuck them real quick or whatever, or get a plate or have somewhere to sleep and stuff. These 20-year-old women are really in their prime and they got real options. That's where the part-time celebrities are flying them young women out and doing all this. Not saying it's right. I'm just saying. And these young women are really like going for that stuff. Older women, women that's 30 and up, they say they talking to gay, but they don't really got no options like that. They don't. They don't got no options. They don't. Like it's 50-50. Yeah. JL like real rap. I wish a 35-year-old woman, 38-year-old, 40-year-old woman would come to me talking that option shit. I'm gonna look at her like she's fucking crazy. Whether she's attractive or not, baby, you're well past your prime. It's a wrap. You got a lot of guys that want to fuck you. I rather like women keep it real and be like, all right, I got a lot of guys that want to fuck me, and that's not even a flex because they claim the famous guys will fuck anything, but then in the same breath they'll say, I got guys that want to sleep with me. You just said guys will fuck anything. You're anything. Yeah, yo, y'all ever like? Damn, I wish this live can go longer. Cause I thought I was gonna be tired. I'm not even as tired. Let me see something real quick. Maybe I can charge. But like y'all ever peep that? Like a chick will say men will fuck anything. But then um they use men wanting to have sex with them as a flex. It's like which one, baby? Which one is it? Cause that means you're anything. You just told me guys will fuck anything. And then the same breath said, I got guys that want to have sex with me. Obviously, they don't say it in that realm. They use them as options, but they not options. Like they just guys that's like it's late at night. I'm horny, and you the first person I saw it on my screen. Hey baby, I'm in your DM. I'm gonna see you some kissing emoji and heart eye emojis. I'm an option now, baby. I'm a guy that's willing to move in with you, baby. I'm a guy that's willing to take care of your bastard kids, baby. No, I'm the guy that's willing to come through and knock your head off. But they can't say that, fellas. No, they can't say that. That's too forthright. That's too real. That is too real. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something. Let me see if I can. I might turn this joint sideways because I thought I was gonna be real super tired, and I'm not. We can bust it up. I still see us like y'all give me the dialogue, so I feel as though we could keep the live going at least a little more longer. But just bear with me for 1 second if I could do this. If I can do this. There we go. Oh, this ain't the angle y'all was on at first, but I gotta work with what I work with. Is that good? I guess that's gonna have to do. Um, oh, the young chicks in Philly, yeah, they awful. They are a different breed, ain't they, bro? They are of a different breed. Yeah, you gotta focus on yourself. That dating shit is for the birds. There's other ways to get your rocks off, and dating ain't one of them. Because if it's about getting your rocks off, there's other ways besides caping to these delusional women. There's other ways into that, but we try to keep it a buck. Hmm. Y'all know what I say. What my motto is, man. It's cheaper to leave her. When they say it's cheaper to keep her, no, it's cheaper to leave her. Peace over cheeks. That's my motto. I go by that motto. You said they attracted to. Yeah, a lot of chicks talk that money stuff. They live by that code, but you'd be surprised. It's like it's hard because I hear what you're saying about the money thing, but I don't know. A lot of chicks is taking far less, far less. 30. It's never enough for women. One thing about women, they're never fully happy. They happy for moments and spurts, but they never truly happy. They never truly happy. Ever, 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 ever. Never, never, ever, never, ever, ever, ever. Never truly happy. Ooh. You deleted your social media accounts. Ain't y'all hear about that Cheyenne Bryant situation? The fake doctor. I was talking to one of my homies about that situation. It goes to show, man, where a mouthpiece, where the gift of gab and looks can get you, cause you ask me, that woman ain't no damn doctor. If she a doctor, I'm an astronaut. Yes. To those that don't know, Cheyenne Bryant, she's like a. I think she was on like she's like a low level celebrity. She was on one of them reality shows. But she's her claim to fame is that she's this doctor. She's like a best author. She got a book. My thing is, if you're an expert in something, just be that. Just be an expert. And I put expert in, you know, quotes because anybody can say they're expert at anything. But she obviously is good at something for all the following she got. But why you gotta label yourself a doctor and then when people ask for your credentials, they it's like a blur to you. You can't come up with the proper paperwork for whatever reason you making excuses. You obviously don't have a PhD in anything. You don't have a doctorate in anything. Just keep it a buck. Just say, look, I've been around the block. I know what I'm talking about. I've studied whatever. Say that, but to make it seem like you're the self-proclaimed doctor, and now the cat is out the bag. Is like wow, another delusional woman, and she out here pretty much living off her looks and her mouthpiece. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You using what you know the attribute, physical attributes, and the gift of gab that God gave you to make a living for yourself. That's fine, but when you start lying to people about degrees and stuff, that's where it becomes very plagiarized and phony and all those things. And it's like now people like if I was a person that followed, I never followed her. That's why I don't know her whole story. But I would look at you like, damn, I feel cheated because this whole time you was claiming that you this doctor and you really not. You feel me? So that's what that is. That's what that is. But trying to make it to 12 o'clock. I'm trying, y'all. But y'all got any other points y'all want to touch on? Yeah, I don't believe it either. I don't believe ever since the story came out, I was like, this is some BS. That's what this is. This is some straight up BS. Anybody that see that's the problem with society, where it is certain men that believe you have to do like if you're not doing for the woman or all this, you're not a real man, or she easily can leave. If a woman thinks like that, she's not your woman. She's not. She's just not. And any man that's thinking that, I feel sorry for you. Because men that's doing stuff for women get cheated on too. Men that's doing stuff for women get left too. All that stuff happens. So for a man to sit back or anybody to sit back and think, okay, if man does for woman, he's in the clear. Not saying that's what you saying. I'm just saying, just on the topic. That's BS. That's a load of garbage. It's a load of crap, y'all. Try to see where we at with it. You know what, bro? Yeah, that's something that I plan on doing. That's something that a lot of people has been telling me that would be a good job for the channel. And I promise I am working on it. I'm striving towards it. It's easier said than done because I do have limited resources or whatever. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a one man army when it comes to this channel. So not saying it's like impossible, but that's something I have to work on and get at because I know that would take the channel to another level, bro. So yeah, most definitely that is something that I plan on doing. I'm planning on doing in the near future. Cause I had close people to me tell me that, like, bro, this joint would go crazy if you did reactions, like live reactions to stuff, and post it as a video. And you definitely right about that. You're definitely right. Plan on doing that real soon. But we we definitely about to wrap it up, y'all. Unless y'all got anything else to add, we are definitely about to get up on out of here. Um, if you still in here, if you still in here, let me see a thumbs up emoji. But I am gonna get to y'all um before we wrap it up and let y'all go for the evening before it hit 12 o'clock. Yeah, I know, bro. You can always check the replay though, man. You can watch the replay. It's gonna be about 2 hours plus long, so I ain't planning on it being this long, but y'all know. I like talking to y'all. I enjoy the dialogue. I really do. But I'm gonna have to in the live. So yeah. So my man Will, I appreciate you for being in here. Um Dante, of course, I appreciate you. Northside, I appreciate you. King Rare, obviously. Jay Nettie in the building. My man JL. Anthony, I appreciate you. Unique, I appreciate you. Um, um, my man G, I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you, bro. Yeah, try to watch the replay when this joint in, bro. I'm glad I'm glad you in here though. Uh, who else? My man Ty, Nene, I appreciate you. Uh, who else? Sean in the building. Ari. Oh, Ari was in here. What's up, Ari? I ain't hear from you in a while. Doc Smith, my man, thanks for coming through. We're gonna try to make it to 12 o'clock, y'all. Rich, my man, he was here. Brandon was here. William was up in this joint. Franklin. Uh, and a cast of others. I appreciate all y'all. Victor, I appreciate you. If y'all got anything left, um, yeah, I want the channel to go up too, bro. And I appreciate those sentiments. I really do. I know everybody say that, but I really appreciate you. Um, it is what it is. You know the powers that be control that. They don't push out everything as much as they should. But it is what it is. Beggars can't be choosers. But G, I appreciate those kind words, my bro. Um, where we at? Yeah, so that's it. I know it's only a few of y'all left in here. Um, a lot of y'all already checked out, and I truly understand that. We went for almost 3 hours, which I didn't even think was possible. I thought maybe an hour, hour and a half tops, but you know, it is what it is. So, with that being said, what the hell? Come on, man. All right, so that's my cue. That last comment alone is my cue, fellas and ladies. We are going to go. I'll let y'all know when the next live be. It might be sooner than y'all think. I'm gonna get some rest. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace and blessings. And I'm out.